welcome back, and we are discussing about the mode of transport by water. And water transport is a process of the transport that a watercraft such as a barge, ship, or a sailboat makes over a body of the water, such as a sea, ocean, lake, canal, or river. If a boat or other vessels can successfully pass through the water pass, it is known as a navigable waterway. The need of for the Biocon unites watercrafts. And when a boat is floating on the water, the hull of the boat is pushing aside water where the hull now is, and this is known as displacement. In the 1880s, the first steamboats were developed using a steam engine to drive a paddle wheel or propeller to move the ship. The steam was produced using wood or coal. Now most ships have the engine using a slight refined type of petroleum called bunker fuel. Some ships, such as submarines, use nuclear powers to produce the stream. Recreational or educational craft still use wind power, while some smaller crafts use internal combustion engines to drive larger quantities of the non-persistence goods. Commercial vessels, nearly about 35,000 in number, carried 7.5 billion tons of the cargo in 2007. Transport by the water is significantly less costly than the air transport for the traditional shipping. Short sea shipping and the ferries remains variable in the coastal areas. Other modes, micromobility is a collective name for the small electric powered vehicles. Pipelines transport sends goods through a pipe, most commonly required, and the gases are sent, but pneumatic tubes can also send solid capsule using compressed air. For example, liquid gases are any chemical stable liquid or gas can be sent through a pipeline. Short distance systems exist for savages and colliery water and beer, while long distance networks are used for the petroleum and natural gas. Cable transports and is a broad mode where the vehicles are pulled by the cable instead of an internal power source. It is most commonly used at a steep gradient. Typically, solutions included the aerial tramway elevators. The floaters are sky lifts. Some of these are also characterized as an conveyor transport. Space transport is a transport out of the Earth atmosphere into outer space by means of a spacecraft. While large amount of the research have gone into technology, it is rarely used except to put stabilizers into the orbit and conduct significant authority and the plates of the solar system. Unmanaged aerial website vehicles transports is being used to medicate and transportation in the least developed countries with inadequate frequencies by American-based startup Zipline. Amazon.com and other transportation companies are currently testing the use of the unmanned aerial vehicles in the parcel delivery. This method will allow short-range small parcel delivery in a short time frame. The component of the mode of the transport. Transport mode is a combination of the following: transportation infrastructure throughout fairs, networks, hubs, stations, bus terminals, and airport terminals. Airport terminal is a building at an airport where passengers transfer between the ground transportation and facilitate that allow them to board and disembark from an aircraft. And vehicles and containers, motor vehicles, automobiles, motorcycles, trucks, wagons, trains. Train is a series of the connected vehicles that run along a railway track and transport people or freight. Trains are typically pulled or pushed by the locomotive, though some are self-propelled, such as multiple units. Passengers and the cargoes are carried in a railway track car, also known as wagons, and ships and aircrafts. A stationary or mobile workforce, propulsion system, and power supply. operations and driving management, traffic signals, significant air traffic control. It's a comparison of the transport mode by the distance traveled. The section needs to be updated. Needs the article worldwide for the development of these systems that need such type of the GDPs and other operations, excluding the for unmanned aerial vehicles, the transport drone systems, and transports is being used for the medicine transport in the least developed countries with inadequate instruction by the American-based startup Zipline, and other transport companies are currently testing the use of the unmanned aerial vehicles in parcel delivery. And is a transport space transport is a transport of the Earth atmosphere into the outer space by means of a spacecraft. Space flight is an application of the astronautic to fly objects. It usually spacecraft into a thorough outer space, either with without the humans are board. Most space flight is uncrewed and conducted mainly with the spacecraft such as satellite in orbit around the Earth, but it also includes the space probes and other satellites and things with other components on space as transport out of the Earth atmosphere into the outer space by means of the spacecraft. Spacecraft is a vehicle that is designed to fly in outer space that is operative and through spacecrafts are used by the variety of the purpose stored in the communications, Earth observation, meteorology, navigation, space colonization, planetary exploration, and transportation of the human resources. Uh, we are discussing about the traveling symphony and a steamboat. Steamboat is a boat that is propelled primarily by the steam power, typically driving propellers or paddle wheels. Steamboats, steamboats sometimes use the prefix destination SS, S start S or S slash S or PS. However, these destinations are more often used for steamships and the watercrafts. Watercrafts are also the waterborne vehicles is a conveyance for the travel across or underwater, such as boats, ships, yacht, hovercraft, or submarine. And these are the basic means for such employment and such bar ships are sailboats makes over a body of the water such as sea, ocean, lake, canal, or river. If a boat or other vessels can successfully pass through a waterway, it is known as navigable waterway. The need for buoyancy units, watercrafts, it makes the hull of the dominant aspect of the constituency. A hull is a watertight body of a ship, boat, or flying boat. The hull may open at the top, or it may be fully or partially covered with a deck atop. The deck may be a duck house and other superstructures such as a funnel, derrick, and mast. The line where hull meets the water surface is called the water line, and these are the things that are contributed for the development and the module the transport systems. This includes the bus cars and bicycles and others trams, lorries, cars, bicycles, and cars in 1945 and the car ferry and split transportations and other specified terms for such things that attains Alaska pipeline systems and conveys crucial lines for the conveyance transport. For the space transport sky lifts. Some of these are also categorized as sovereign transport. Space transport is a type of transport out of the Earth atmosphere, and many things like this. And this is characterized by the technology that gone into the atmosphere. It is a rarely used aspect of the put stats into orbit. This is all about technology that has makes the traveling and the vlogging so much innocent and so much easy for the people to travel from one country to another. This is a very big advancement in the modern era.